Welcome, Red Devils United. Well, welcome back to our another edition of Red Devils Magazine show. And first news first, Premier League has decided to convene in June instead of May after holding talks with all the 20 clubs in the league. Another important things, Premier League clubs are discussing a 30% wage reduction for the players, and that wage reduction will either be given into charities or to help the NHS cope up with the coronavirus pandemic and the situation. Players are also logged in to battle with the Premier League clubs to exactly understand why 30% is correct across all the clubs. Maybe it can be a staggered donation. And then the Players Football Association chief Gordon Taylor is weighing himself in to a battle in which he's truly redundant. Now moving on to Man United, we had a month in which we saw Bruno Fernandes wreak havoc in the opposition defense, and we here at Red Devils United trying to analyze his game to truly see the impact that he's made at United. And first things first. Now Bruno Fernandes is a player who we all know had vision, who had spatial awareness, who knew where the opposition defenses were, and we were not wrong about it. Like in the majority of the games that we've seen, Bruno Fernandes, he always scans his shoulder before receiving the pass. He'll always be like this over his shoulder to see exactly where defenders are or to see where his players are making a run. This way he decides whether to receive the ball or to let it roll over to another player behind him or just do a one-touch pass to another player in a better position. And he's done it in every game so far that he's played. This is something that we lagged in our games. And, especially with Jesse Lingard not being able to do that because he'd always run into a dead end. But Bruno Fernandes manages to find space because of his ability to scan the field before receiving the pass. Second thing, he can dictate play. He runs after his players and makes them give passes either to him or to other players in better positions. He always creates passing channels for himself. And again, that comes with the vision and spatial awareness. Just because he sees over his shoulder to see where opposition defenses are, he knows where to make a run to clear out some space for a pass. And that's what we've seen with our players. Instead of sideways passing, a lot of our players have started passing forward because Bruno Fernandes has started creating space for other players on the pitch. Given that Bruno Fernandes loses the ball, that has been his criticism so far, but he has 78% forward passes, and that is what we need. We don't need sideways passes or safe, conservative passes that we were seeing with Fred and McTominay in the squad. I'm not saying they're bad players, but they did not have this vision of playing forward passes as much as Bruno Fernandes does. Now, what this does, this vision, his ability to pass and create passing channels, makes up great partnerships with the forward players. And that is what Bruno Fernandes has established with Anthony Martial in this short amount of space that we've seen both of them flourish. The best example so far of this case has been Anthony Martial's goal against Manchester City. Now, do you think that was a one-off, vision by Bruno Fernandes? No, he's done that twice before. In the game against Watford, Bruno tried to pull that off again with Anthony Martial. In the game against Everton, it was done, but it led to a goal in the game against Man City. So that means they were practicing. And now we have another weapon in our arsenal to score goals from free kicks. It's not about direct shooting or put the ball in the box for somebody to head it in. Anthony Martial stays out wide. That option can be explored as well. So now opposition has to prepare for, each of these three eventualities. And that makes it even harder for them to defend and makes it even better, makes us better at set pieces to go out and score goals. Another important thing, Bruno Fernandes is an effective penalty taker. Why? Because he waits for the keeper to make a move. He always waits for the keeper to either move left or right, and then he takes a shot. It's a staggered run up, and then the hop, skip, and shoot. So that's something that Bruno Fernandes does. A lot of keepers would learn from it eventually because they'll see Bruno Fernandes doing it. Bruno Fernandes has done it in the 2 or 3 penalties that he scored for us so far. And some of the more experienced keepers will make sure that they don't move before Bruno Fernandes takes a shot. But then it's a game of chance, and the margins are very, very, very small. And 9 times out of 10, it's the person taking the penalty kick, who wins. And I believe Paul Pogba would be looking at it and licking his lips because Bruno Fernandes has become the playmaker that we were looking out for, and Paul Pogba could never become. And this is something that's really good for United because he started forging partnerships on the pitch. He started showing leadership. He started asking for passes into channels in the right gaps, and we've made more attacking passes than just safe and conservative passes. He's the true number 10 that we've had in the bar in the last 5 or 6 years. And I believe that, Paul Pogba coming back onto the pitch, we might just have a formidable midfield that we've lagged since we won the 2008 Champions League during or since the 2007-2008 season. We've never had such a formidable midfield, and times are good. But as long as the Premier League's on hold, the fans are missing out. Everybody's missing out. And once the Premier League comes back, once the situation all over the world becomes normal, I believe United is in for a treat. Well, that's it for us for this edition of Red Devils Magazine Show. I hope all of you Red Devils are safe and at home and maintaining social distance everywhere. Until next time, ta-da!
Make sure you subscribe to the channel and also press the bell icon to stay updated on all the latest happenings regarding Manchester United.